Yo, what is happening, guys, and welcome back to the Let's Talk Fighting Challenge. You can tell by the title on the thumbnail. Today, we're going to be doing a little reaction to two-thirds, two-thirds of Misfits 17's main event, because it's 2v1, so there's three of them, so two-thirds, 66.6%, roughly, of the main event of Misfit 17, because it is KSI versus Slim and Anthony Taylor. That is right, as 2v1 is happening in Dublin, and I'm actually going. I got tickets and I'm excited. I can't wait. But yes, what we're going to be doing today is obviously the press conference happened. You probably have already seen the video. I've uploaded my reactions to that. And you know, KSI came in, he was kind of a little bit bored, he looked like he didn't want to be there. Slim came in, and I think Slim had enough. He started chirping, he started talking shit. I liked what I seen from Slim. I like the fact Slim talked shit. I like the fact Slim was on smoke, and he wasn't fucking having any disrespect to KSI was having. Anthony Taylor was in the corner just like singing, having a good fucking time like Anthony Taylor does, but the animosity between Slim and KSI was good, and I liked it. But the problem is, you know, Slim, Anthony Taylor, you know what, one of them has to start. They're a tag team. They're gonna have to work together, or else it's all gonna fall apart. You know, they're gonna have to choose who's gonna go first, who's gonna do this. And Misfits uploaded a video where both of them have done a little questionnaire, you know, the little tag team. We're gonna see, are they gonna remain friends for the time being, or are they gonna be foes and they gonna throw the game plan out the window? We gonna see. It's a little fun video, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna react to them talking about their game plan, their strategy, whether they're going to be teammates or not. And I hope you'll enjoy. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, Slim and AT, you going to be friends or foes?
Main eventing, 2v1. Slim, start with yourself. How you doing?
Great, man. I'm excited, man. You know, I've been waiting for a long time for an opportunity like this, just to share the stage with KSI, and this is the only way he wanted to do it. But, you know, I waited 8 months. I rejected many, many fights. I wanted KSI only, and this is the only way I'm going to get the KSI fight. Here we are, Dublin. Yep. August 31st, live on pay-per-view. Me and AT can come in and piece up KSI.
He said me and AT, so we're already on a better start than the press.
This is the fight you've been very vocal about going after. This is the fight that you've wanted. It's not exactly the way you wanted it. Yeah. Just talk to me about how you feel about the concept and the fight as a whole.
Truthfully, man, the concept kind of bothers me because it kind of shows like, this being in public, you know, imagine people from my gym have seen this, like, oh, I'm promoting it as, you know, me and KSI 101, but like, people from my gym seen this, you know, it's like, you know, and I'm training with legitimate fighters and stuff, and they're seeing, like, yo, 2-on-1, it looks like a gimmick, you know, and it kind of shows, like, KSI, that he's twice the man that I am, and that's not true. He's not twice the man I am, bro. And that's the reason why, when I say I want to step in first, I'm gonna go full throttle with KSI first, because he's gonna have to get through me.
It's gonna be hard for you to decide that.
What I will say about both of you guys, both here since pretty much the beginning, you from 001 and you from 2, is you're often the loudest guys in the room, but with that comes honesty. There's never an off button, there's never whatever. You guys have got to deal with each other. You're both proud, you're both loud, you both want to be in there, you both want to be in the main
Anthony Taylor's surprisingly
How is this dynamic going to work?
I mean, we played a game earlier. I lost fair and square. We shook on it. The winner gets to go first. He won fair and square. I'm gonna let him go first.
Oh, so the sort of that was like the main point. I was like, right, well, the first thing you're gonna have to decide is who's gonna go first, because at the end of the day, that's how it's gonna start. Someone has to get in the ring first. You both have to agree how he's gonna decide it. I guess they decided it by whatever game they play, rock, paper, scissors. I don't know.
Appreciate you, team.
All good, G.
Man, it was a word.
I mean, I want this friendship to last.
This is a man of his
I
word.
really wanted to.
Eventually, we have to look at it as this is a business transaction, because at the end of the day, we're going to need to do business together one-on-one eventually. But we got to put our pride to the side, handle what's out there, and beat this guy. Then we can go on to bigger, better things. He goes on and get his main event. I go and get my main events. Now the crowd is going to start talking about, we want these two to fight. And that's something we can build later into the future from a year from now, which becomes a big super fight.
Anthony Taylor's thinking business.
The honesty then pushes us in the route of, we know what boxing's like. It's a hard sport, and you can both tell me that you're confident against KSI, and I believe you that you're confident, but we all know that he's a big, strong, hard-hitting dude, and he's capable of hurting.
I mean, who's he knocked out besides it?
But my question is, if he hits one of you and hurts one of you, are you going to be too proud to turn around and tag?
I don't see him.
That's a
hitting-
good question.
Me and Slim, we're going to tag out when we want to tag out, not when he hits us. We're going to tag out. Who has KSI knocked out besides a chinny face temper? He ain't knocked out swarms of Pineda, and they never fought before.
did not.
Yeah, literally.
You think KSI is gonna hurt any of us? Never. He can't. Like this guy, Pineapple Head. He can't hurt a fly. He can't even hurt a Dylan. Muscle Prophet. He can't even hurt Muscle Prophet.
I like that callback. I like that fucking callback there. Whenever he turns around and says he couldn't even hurt Muscle Prophet. For anybody who doesn't know, if you rewind back to whenever KSI was fighting Logan the first time, KSI was in America and he was at fucking Chick-fil-A or some shit, some burger place, and Muscle Prophet, this YouTube guy who didn't like KSI, came and basically tried to start a street fight with KSI, and it was just basically grappling, and they were standing there going like this. I don't think anyone threw any proper punches, but that's a good callback, AT. That's a good fucking callback, AT, I ain't gonna lie. But him making the point of who's KSI actually knocked out, aside from his temper, he's not wrong. Obviously, Swarms Panetti didn't really knock him out. Joe Fournier doesn't count because he elbowed him. Tommy Fury, he lost to. Logan, he drew and then won by decision. Joe Weather, he stopped, yeah. But like, if we're talking about like proper like knocked out, Face Temper is the only one he knocked out. Obviously, AT hasn't knocked out anybody. Slim's main point, he was saying about it in the press conference, KSI's only knocked out Face Temper and he did it first. Most opponents Slim has went up against, he has a high knockout percentage. So, you know, they're fighting their case here where they're saying, okay, KSI is supposed to be the main event, he's supposed to be the guy, he's the one in the 1v2. But Slim's going, but I've knocked out more people than you, I've outperformed you on every card, I've had more of this. But I thought there was going to be a lot more button egos between those two. I did. I thought there was going to be a lot more button egos. It was going to be harder to decide who's going to be in the ring first. But I guess they played low game. And they sorted it. Nah, they're friends
KSI,
for the time being.
I'm not worried, man,
business.
honestly, because I know I got way more skill than him. I know I'm way more accurate than him. You know, I know I'm a better boxer than him. I just got to showcase it on August 31st. You know, people could think whatever they think. You know, he's the A side. He got the fan base. People believe in him, and I don't know why. Because last year his only credible victory was knocking out Temper, and that's something I did already. I did it first. You know, I gave him the blueprint for that. You know, it's easy to build a house when you got the blueprint for it, but it's not easy to do it when you don't. You know, so I did it first.
I'm liking this one. I'm liking this one.
August 31st.
Respectfully, again, take about what you're saying, but this is not building a house. This is fighting. How do you beat KSI?
I beat KSI by landing accurate punches and slipping his shots, man. I'm gonna slip his shots. I'm gonna make him miss. I'm gonna dance around the ring a little bit and piece him up. That's how I win, man. You know, I'm gonna look like the better boxer on fight night. Flappy Bird style ain't gonna work.
Anthony, how do you beat KSI?
And y'all need to understand the key to beating KSI. You gotta make him uncomfortable when he fights. That's my job. That's where I'm good at. Fighting where it's uncomfortable for fighters. KSI has fought fighters where he's comfortable in fighting and where he's comfortable winning. Me, I make every...
One thing, AT's not wrong. One thing is it's going to be a very awkward fight between KSI and AT because KSI blitzes in. Obviously, his is he bounces, does the Flappy Bird thing, as Slim says. He bounces, he blitzes in. Anthony Taylor blitzes in as well. So KSI blitzes in with the right hand, tries to land, and then pumps back out or clinches you if you're too close. Anthony Taylor blitzes in, hits you with like an overhand, and then gets you in the clinch and works you in the clinch. So KSI versus Anthony Taylor is going to be the more difficult fight to summarize because they're both going to blitz in. They're both going to want to make it more of a brawl, a dirty fight. Anthony Taylor's going to want to take KSI's biggest weapon away, which is to be able to blitz in because Anthony Taylor's going to try and hug and clinch like he does in every fight. And as I've said, it's not the most fun thing to watch. It is very annoying a lot of the time when Anthony Taylor's doing it, but at the end of the day, Anthony Taylor's in there to win fights, and he wins fights. He beat Saul Poppy, he beat King Kenny, whether you like his strategy or not, which I personally don't. I like Anthony Taylor, I don't like his fighting strategy, but at the same time, he does a strategy that helps him win, that makes his fighters, as he said, uncomfortable. And if he can get that to KSI, he might frustrate KSI a little bit, and he might be able to work that in. So, he's not wrong.
I make every fight a fight, a brawl. Yeah, you can say it's a slugfest, hugfest, or whatever, but I come to make you feel uncomfortable, and I'm good at taking people's best weapons away. And I'm going to take his weapon away, which is his footwork, and he's going to have a hell of a fight.
And
I like
let
this
me
more
just throw a
serious than
scenario, and
Anthony
I
Taylor.
will ask the same of Slim in a moment. Let me throw a scenario to you, and you tell me how this goes. Slim and KSI are in there, and you feel that this is going KSI's way. He's having success. He's winning the rounds, etc. But you're not getting the tag. How do you handle that situation?
I just wait till I get in there and make up for the lost round that Slim lost on that round. It's not a biggie. If KSI, let's say KSI there in the mid round, he's just jabbing and he's running and he's jabbing, and Slim can't get there. Okay, great. I'll just make it up for the next round. We got rounds. We got a long time. It's not a sprint. You have to be patient in there in that boxing ring, but be mindful. Just because you lose a round, hell, there's a lot of fighters who lose 3 rounds in a row. We saw that with Gervonta Davis when he was losing to Frank Martin for 3-4 rounds. It's just that one punch. It's all it takes to change the whole game. Just because Slim's losing 1 round or 2 rounds, we can still overturn that whole fight. And that's the part of boxing. It's not MMA. This is boxing.
Same.
I'm used to AT singing, dancing, calling out Floyd Mayweather, calling out this person, literally just doing every crazy thing, playing this Anthony Taylor character. I'm not used to this more chill Anthony Taylor. Like, I saw a video where he met Prince Nazim, and he was just very respectful, chill and shit. And you're like, right, this is Anthony Taylor without the cameras, but when the cameras turn on, he's a character. That's what it is. It's like JJ. He plays KSI as a character, But it's weird seeing him calm and like very like boxing knowledge type thing from AT here.
Same to you, Slim. Obviously, the roles flip.
Like,
if you see AT in there and you think, man, you're getting beat up, tag me in, but he's not coming. What happens?
I'm gonna just wait my turn, I guess. I'm waiting my turn. But I don't, honestly, I just don't see it happening, man. Like, I just don't think KSI's all that. Truthfully, I just think he's a big, strong guy. I think he's a one-trick pony, and I think me or AT Styles against him is not gonna. He's not gonna be able to perform at his highest capability.
I'll be honest, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm really glad to see you two are on the same page. I wasn't sure how it was going to go.
I'm very shocked.
I trust we can get a handshake between the two of you before
Absolutely.
we wrap. Boys, thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing 2v1 KSI final. Let's go.
I'm very shocked they're on the same page in general, and I'm very, very shocked that they're on the same page that quickly. I thought it would take a lot more arguing to get on the same page, but here we are. Well, yeah, man, there we have it. Slim and Anthony Taylor are on the same page. Slim's going to go first. That's exciting because I've said, no disrespect to Anthony Taylor, but I said that I would have preferred KSI versus Slim in just a one-on-one fight. The whole 2v1 thing I'm not a fan of. I don't mind it if you're doing it on the lower card with like more like mid talent type fighters on Misfits. I don't really mind that too much. But when it comes to the main event, I'm not a fan of the gimmicks in the main events, and I'm not a fan of KSI being part of the gimmick. I would have rather just KSI fought Slim. I don't think KSI and Anthony Taylor makes sense as a one-on-one fight, but KSI and Slim do. Obviously, it's 2v1. That's what we're getting. There's no point complaining about it. But I'm happy to see Slim's going to get in the ring first, and we're going to get to see KSI and Slim face off first, because that is the fight that I originally want. The only issue I have with it is apparently, in the rulebook, there has to be 1 tag per round, maximum of 3 tags. So you can't tag more than 3 times, which is fine because I don't think either of them are going to tag that much. But the minimum of 1, which bothers me because it would have been nice to at least see Slim get a full round in, and in the second round, if AT wanted a full round, you could do that. If they wanted the tag, they could, but the fact they have to have a minimum tag, it's a little bit annoying, but you know what? I think these two can work together, and I think they can give KSI some problems. We got Dean the Great and Waleed Sharks worked well as a tag team despite hating each other's guts. They just sucked it up and worked well. Walked out to You Got a Friend in Me. They became best friends for the time being until the bell rang, and then they started scrapping in the little ring. So I think Slim, if they can do it, anybody can do it, and I think Slim and AT can pull together. AT's a man of his word. They agreed, okay, let's play this game. Slim won. Slim's going to be in the ring. AT's not bothered by it. So I don't think there's going to be an issue with button of egos between these two guys. I think these two guys, as long as they get in the ring and they get their chance at KSI, they're happy. But yeah, man, it's good to see them on the same page. It's going to be more of a challenge for KSI, and it's going to be more of, can KSI overcome this challenge? Because if KSI loses Depends how he loses, but if he loses, he lost against two guys. It's kind of a get out clause, but at the same time, if he wins, it's a big bragging right. But we gonna see. Then he wants to move on to the fucking Amir Khan fight, maybe down the line at the end of the year or whatever. But we gonna see. That's what the future holds. But for now, we focus on this. It's good to see him on the same page. I'm trying to be a lot more consistent on this channel with Misfits, with YouTube boxing, with normal boxing, with UFC. I'm trying to be a lot more consistent. So if you go on the channel, there's probably multiple videos I just uploaded at the same time as this one. Feel free to watch any of them as well and support the channel. As always, I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have an amazing day. Hope y'all think positive, and I hope y'all staying safe. But this was another video. For now, I'll see you in the next one. So, peace.